Hello and welcome to Yoga Guppy. I am Rashmi. Today we're going to learn a fun breathing exercise that's called the Santa Claus breath. Now, do you know how Santa Claus looks? He has a long white beard. Show me his long white beard. And he has a big belly. Can you show me how big his belly is? Yes. So, for the Santa Claus breath, you have to breathe in through your nose. And when you breathe out through your mouth, we're going to go. Why are we saying that? Because Santa says, ho, 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 Merry Christmas, right? Let's do this together. So let's breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. Let's try that again. Breathe in through your nose. And let's go. Once again, breathe in. Now let's see, instead of doing 3 ho ho ho's, if we can do 6 ho ho ho's. Let's try. Breathe in. Very good. Let's try that one more time. Breathe in. Very good. Now we're going to do one more thing just like Santa. Okay? You're going to breathe in through your nose. And then you're going to make your tummy very, very big. And we're going to hold the breath there in your tummy for 10 counts. Okay? Let's breathe in. Very good. I'm sure Santa is going to be very happy that you learned to breathe like Santa, and now that you have strong lungs, you're ready to have a nice Christmas party. I hope you enjoyed today's breathing exercise and come back for lots more on Yoga Guppy. Don't forget to subscribe to Yoga Guppy, and I'll see you very soon.
Yoga Guppy!
Namaste and welcome to Yoga Guppy. I am Rashmi. Are you ready for a super fun yoga adventure that involves Santa and his reindeers in the North Pole? Before we begin, we're going to shake our bodies, get some magic in so that we're all set to practice yoga together. Are you ready? Let's start shaking your hands, shake your legs, shake one leg out to the side, shake your other leg out to the side, shake your whole bodies, and stop. Time for us to explore our yoga story. Are you ready? Let's go! Once upon a time, there was an alpaca named Al. Can you become like Al the alpaca? You step one leg forward, step one leg to the back, and raise your hands up. Alpacas tend to have long necks. So show me a long neck. Very good. Now, Al had a little bit of a problem. You see, every December, he loved to bring out his Christmas tree and decorate it with the most colorful and beautiful decorations. But this time around, Al went to look for his Christmas tree, and his Christmas tree was broken. It was broken into 2 halves. Can you become like a broken Christmas tree? We're going to try. You step your leg up and balance, and now show me how the Christmas tree bends. So you bend down and see if you can touch the ground. Can you find your balance? Very good. Now, Al saw that his Christmas tree was broken and he knew what he needed to do. There was a very special glue that was available only with Santa Claus and only in the North Pole. Al lived really far away from the North Pole, so he decided that it was time for him to fix his Christmas tree and go all the way to the North Pole to get the special glue. Al decided that because it was so far away, he wanted to ask a friend to join him. So he first asked his friend, Sandy the snake. Can you become like Sandy the snake? Lie down on your tummies. Keep your hands close to your chest. Breathe and lift your head up and lift your chest up and go hiss. One more time. Breathe in and go hiss. Now, Al went to Sandy and he said, "Hey Sandy, you know my Christmas tree, it's all broken and I don't know what to do. Do you think you can help me?" But Sandy felt like that was just too far away. He said, "Oh Al, that's really, really far away. I don't think I can slither that long." So Al decided to go ask somebody else. He walked along and he found his friend Betty the Bat, who was in deep slumber. Can you become like Betty the Bat? So you sit down on your mat and grab hold of your big toes, stretch both your legs out, but Betty the Bat was sleeping. So how will you become like a sleeping bat? You bend down and drop your head down. Very good. So Al went up to Betty the Bat and he said, "Hey Betty, wake up." Betty barely could open her eyes and she said, "Oh Al, I'm sleeping, don't disturb me." Al couldn't go with his friend Sandy the snake. Betty the Bat just wouldn't wake up. So Al decided that he would go all by himself all the way to the North Pole. And you know how he went? He used a very special animal aeroplane. Let's become like this animal aeroplane. Stand up, keep your back straight, stretch both your hands out to the side and stretch one leg to the back. Find your balance. Very good. So Al flew for many hours and finally he reached the North Pole. He looked around and it was full of snow. It was freezing cold. And you know what else he saw? He saw so many reindeer. He had never ever seen so many reindeer in his life. Can you become like a reindeer? First, show me your reindeer horns. Very good. Now step one leg forward and one leg to the back and show me your reindeer horns. Very good. Now Al went looking around to see where Santa was. There seemed to be a big problem and nobody could find Santa. So Al decided that he would try. So he searched everywhere and then he went close to Santa's office and he saw Santa sitting very sadly with his hand on his head. Al wondered what was wrong. He said, "Hey Santa!" Santa looked up at him and you know what happened? Santa's beard was all gone. Santa said, "My beard is all gone. The children are not going to recognize me. I got so busy, I was writing cards to all the children and there was a little candle right there and it burnt my beard and I don't know what to do." Now you know Al was a very smart alpaca and he had a lot of wool that could be used. So Al said, "Santa, I have an idea. Why don't you take my wool and we'll make a beard out of it? And the children will never know that that's not your real beard." So you know what the alpaca did? He started spinning and started removing all his wool out. Let's spin. Let's spin, 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 spin. Keep spinning. And stop. All of his wool, he gave it to Santa and made a nice, lovely beard. Santa was happy that he had a beard now and the children would recognize him. And you know what Santa gave Al as a present? He gave Al the alpaca a brand new Christmas tree. Al was so happy that he got his brand new Christmas tree and that he could help Santa. Now, this tree that Santa gave was special because it was much bigger and it had beautiful decorations. So I want you to show me your Christmas tree. So I want you to grab hold of one leg and show me a big Christmas tree with beautiful decorations. Very nice. Can we do it on the other side as well? Show me your Christmas tree. Stretch your leg out. Good job. Al went home feeling so happy with his new Christmas tree. And I hope you're happy too after listening to the story of Al and Santa. And I hope you enjoy Christmas. Remember to subscribe to Yoga Guppy so that we can practice yoga with lots of stories and music. And I will see you very, very soon. Bye.
Yoga Guppy!
Namaste and welcome to Yoga Guppy. I am Rashmi. Are you ready for another yoga adventure? Before we begin, it's time for us to shake our bodies, get all the magic in, and I will tell you the special story that we're doing today. Are you ready? Let's start shaking your hands, shake your elbows, shake your shoulders, shake your head, shake your knees, shake your hips, shake your leg, shake the other leg, and stop. Today, we are going on a very special adventure with Santa, his reindeer, and the little elves. Are you ready? Let's go!
Yoga Guppy!
Once upon a time, Santa Claus was fast asleep in his bed. Now, it was one day before Christmas and Santa should have been awake. He had a clock that was also not awake. Let's first become like a clock. Let's stretch your legs out. One leg out to the side, stretch your hands out and go tick, tock, just like a clock, and come back up very slowly and do the same thing on the other side. Go tick, tock, just like a clock, and slowly come back up. Very good. Now Santa was still fast asleep. There was a little bit of light coming from the window and suddenly he woke up. He looked outside and it looked very bright. He realized that he was very late. He had to leave right away with his reindeer to quickly go and give presents to all the children around the world. So Santa quickly put on his red pants and his red jacket. He put on his Santa hat and it was time for him to run outside as fast as he could. Let's go, run, 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 run. Let's run faster and faster and faster and faster and faster and stop. Now, Santa walked outside in the snow and he saw his sleigh was turned upside down. Let's become like an upside down sleigh. Come onto your knees. You're going to push your hips forward and become like an upside down sleigh. Very good. So Santa quickly called all of his elves and they made the sleigh come back to the center. Can we become like a normal sleigh which is not upside down? So you're going to lie down on your tummies, bend your knees, grab hold of your ankles and lift yourself up. Very good. Slowly come back down. Now Santa had his sleigh, but what did he need along with his sleigh? He needed his reindeer. But where were his reindeer? They were nowhere to be found. So Santa let out a loud whistle. Can you whistle? Santa whistled loudly and all the reindeer heard him whistle and they came running towards him. Let's become like a reindeer. Let's stand up, stretch your legs out, turn to one side, show me your reindeer horn, and let's sit low, becoming like a reindeer. Very good. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Show me your reindeer horns. Very good. Now Santa quickly tied up all the reindeer to the sleigh and it was time for them to go whoosh and up in the clouds. So they flew up in the sky and they started going really, really quick because Santa was late. But they started going so fast that Santa lost control of the reins of the sleigh and the reindeer started crashing down along with Santa, along with the sleigh and along with all the gifts for all the children. Santa and his reindeer had fallen down into the ground and Santa got out of the sleigh and he didn't know what to do. Now the sleigh was stuck inside a snow pit. Let's become like a sleigh once again and show me how you rock forward and back. Santa kept trying to pull it out, but he was just not able to pull it out of the snow. He pulled and he tugged and he pulled and he tugged and he pulled and he tugged, but the sleigh never came out. Then Santa thought and he thought and he thought and he thought, and he had an idea. He decided to tie all of his reindeer with one rope and tie that rope on his waist, and they would all pull him along with the sleigh together. So they got into position. Let's get into position quickly. Grab hold of the sleigh and pull and pull and keep pulling and pull and pull. Pull harder. And finally, the sleigh came out. Santa heaved a big sigh of relief. Let's breathe in. Once again, breathe in. He could finally get back onto his sleigh and go back and give gifts to all the children. So Santa and the reindeer quickly got on and whoosh, they went back and they went all around the world, giving all the children all the gifts that they wanted. Now the sun was slowly rising. It was soon going to be morning. But even before the sun rose, Santa and the reindeer were done. Santa reached back home. He took a look at his bag and he realized there was one more little gift inside that bag. He took it out and he said, "Oh no, there is one child who's probably not gotten a gift." He opened it up and you know what it turned out to be? Let me see if you can guess what it was. Yes, it was a clock. Can you do it with me? Let's go tick, tock, tick, and tick, tock, tick, tock. Other side, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Very good. Now all the little elves were standing next to Santa and they were giggling. And Santa realized that this clock was actually a gift for him, just so that next year he would not be late to give the children all the presents. I hope you enjoyed today's yoga story and I hope you have already subscribed to Yoga Guppy. Remember to keep practicing yoga and I will see you all very soon. Bye!
Yoga Guppy!